Hello everybody, my name is Cul Blu, and I just got myself a 92 and an 84, which I'm not too happy about, on 2 tests that I had to do today, so I'm proud of that. And I thought I'd just share it with you guys on YouTube who nobody really cares. But anyway, I'm bringing you guys Random Podcast number 66, as you guys can see the title right there in front of your face. This is actually not necessarily a random podcast, since I kind of technically know people who are in this game, but even still, it's still going to be counted as a random podcast, because I don't want to make another series, just because. So this is a, the people that I do know, just in case all you guys are wondering, is BLV Meowix. He added me on Steam a little while ago, and he wanted me to cast a few of his team's matches, so I said, hey, why not just go ahead and get the cast done and get their name out there. That is what I'm here for, to serve the community if I at all can. And of course to a certain extent, because I do still have classes. Like I said, 2 tests I had to take today. I had to study all day for them until 5 o'clock, which is when all the tests are due. So I woke up at 8, took my test, or studied, then I took my test, and the first one I got 92, I was like, ah, yeah. The second one I got 84, I was like, at least it's over. At least it's over. Maybe next time.
5 seconds remaining.
So let me go and stop talking about myself and turn a few lights on, because it is like a bat cave in my room. And I'm not Batman, guys. I'm sorry. For all those who say if you should be Batman, you should just be Batman, I totally disagree. If I had to pick a superhero to be, I would definitely choose to be that one superhero who runs really fast. Crap, what's his name? It's not Flash. Quicksilver, because he has a cool sounding name. I think that was his name. I know he was in the X-Men series, and he was pretty darn awesome. And I always wanted to be him. And had like an awesome hair thing, but yeah, I kind of grew out of that. So anywho, enough about me and my favorite superheroes. Let's go and talk about these bans and picks, because we are in a captain's mode. If you guys haven't picked up on that just yet, because I just picked up on it myself. We see the bans on the side of Bloody Valentine, which is the team that I'm kind of rooting for, because they're the ones who got me to this game. They banned out a Pudge, they banned out a Spirit Breaker. They were actually talking about playing a Pudge in the Skype chat when I was in there right before I jumped into this game, and left them to go cast.
Radiant team pick.
So it looks like they're not going to go for the Pudge. They're going to go ahead and ban him out, because Pudge, I mean, I wouldn't assume that Pudge would be getting picked up in any of these matchups whatsoever unless Dindy was playing. But then again, Pudge does kind of change the way you play the game as well. Kind of along the same lines as Batrider does and Lich does, but definitely not to the same extent.
Jakiro.
And the reason why I do mention Batrider and Lich in this specific matchup is because they're not banned out at all, so they are free game, or they're free game. Anybody can pick them up. Anyway, Pudge, he does kind of change the way you play, because he just makes you extremely cautious when he's missing. Like, when Pudge is missing mid, you just don't know where anybody's at. And speaking of people who are very scary when they're missing on the map, Spirit Breaker definitely fits into that category. We've been seeing, I've actually been seeing a lot of play of him in pubs, and he does really well because the global gank ability is just so good. You can just instantly have 3 people, potentially 3 people there if you fight near a tower. Spirit Breaker charges in, and then somebody TP's in, and by the time the enemy tries to turn around, Spirit Breaker's already there, stunned them up, and then reinforcements come and whoever they were attacking is dead. So having Spirit Breaker banned out pretty much just gets rid of that
5 seconds
nuisance.
remaining.
That nuisance. I will probably expect to see a Prophet banned out too, somewhere down the lines, or picked up. I'm pretty sure he won't be getting ignored. But then again, this is technically a pub team match, so anything can happen, guys. As far as the rest of the bans go, on Team Nash, they banned out a Ricky, they banned out a Ursa, and it's also funny because Bloody Valentine, we're talking about picking up a Ricky as well. So it looks like Team Nash was up in that Skype chat all day, and they banned him out. I would assume Ricky has been seeing a lot of pub play as well. I've seen Ricky Wisp be played quite a bit whenever I do random pubcasts that are captain's mode, or sorry, not necessarily that, just like smaller tournaments. Ricky Wisp is actually a really nice combination. It's a legitimate combination. It has its drawbacks, but so does every other combination in the world. So Ricky's banned out. Ursa's banned out as well. No intelligent thing to say outside of the Ursa, about the Ursa ban, outside of the fact that Ursa is a very scary bear if he does get too much farm. But that can be said about anybody. As far as the picks, because I took forever to get to him, Bloody Valentine picked up a Weaver, Batrider, standard stuff on their side. But looking at the side of Nash, they picked up the Jakiro, really good in team fight, and they picked up the Death Prophet as well. And I definitely do think Death Prophet could have made it until the end. I definitely don't think Death Prophet was that important of a target or hero to pick up this early. I would have never thought to ban him. I'm pretty sure Bloody Valentine maybe would have never thought to ban a Death Prophet, but she's going to be picked up by Team Nash in their second pick, so no harm, no foul.
Reserve time.
As far as the rest of the bans, we see a Clinks getting banned out and a DK getting banned out. DK, that tanky frontline person we all know and love. He's tanky in the sense that he has a lot of armor because of that Dragon's Blood, which gives him like I think about 12 armor. Now when it's maxed out, and it's a lot of armor, especially when you go to late game. Because don't forget, guys, armor does decrease the amount of physical damage that you feel, incoming physical damage that you feel by 6% per point in armor. So that means 12 armor times 0.6 should be like 60%, 72% reduction, which rounds out to about like that means you feel less than half. A little bit less than half of what incoming damage is coming to you. So just know numbers, math and shit. Sorry, excuse my language. Math and stuff, and it all counts out. It all counts out. So having DK banned out definitely makes sense. I would have thought that maybe Nash would want to pick up a DK though, because I personally feel like DK does well versus Weaver, who tries to do the right clicks. And we got a Meepo pickup. Oh my god, screw everything I was talking about, guys. We got a Meepo pickup. I have high hopes for Team Nash now. Sorry, Bloody Valentine. Sorry, I know I'm casting this game for you guys, but there's a Meepo pickup. I mean, come on, there's a Meepo pickup. Who do you think I'm gonna root for? The Meepo. Come on. Who doesn't want to see a good Meepo played? Like No Tails Meepo, which I have actually went back and seen the No Tails Meepo. It is pretty sick. I will admit that. It's pretty awesome stuff. So anyway, Slark is banned out by Bloody Valentine. We got Train Protector banned out for obvious reasons. Train Protector, living armor, knowing his crap early game, and also his ulti is underestimated in my personal opinion when team fights do break out. And as far as Slark goes, he's just so mobile, just all around the map. And really, if you look at what Bloody Valentine are banning out, there's banned out high mobility type people. Clinks, he is high mobility as well. Once he gets a Shadow Walk or Skeleton Walk, just runs to the middle of nowhere, or sorry, runs from the middle of nowhere, shows up from the middle of nowhere, and just kills you just like that. Because he can just travel across the map that fast with that extra move speed he gets from that Skeleton Walk.
Reserve time.
And Slark, we all know Slark. We've seen the Slarks. I've seen the Shadow Blade Skydee Slarks. I've seen the other side. It can wait, as Shadow Shaman would say. And speaking of Shadow Shaman, his ally, or his brother, I guess, Lion, is picked up on the side of Nash. Lion, really nice stunner, really nice, I guess, mana steel person for a Weaver. Not so much for the Weaver, I guess, but Lion just good utility, and he's also really nice at one-shotting a Weaver with that ulti. So he'll be Weaver's big problem once we get into that mid game until Weaver gets up a Linkosphere. As far as the rest of the picks though, we see a Lina pick up on the side of Bloody Valentine. Lina, very solid support to pick up, or technically you can run Lina as a carry as well. It's not the hardest thing to do in the world, but it does take a lot of patience, because I know the one time I've seen a Lina carry, it was scary in the sense that we almost won. There's actually one POVs. Go check out the video. Spoiler alert, we didn't win. It was like an all random. We had all supports, and they had like 2 carries, and we almost won. But it was like one team fight decided it all, as it always does. And we made it to late game, and our Lina had like a Desolator and man, it was crazy. I want to go back and watch it too. So anyway, Lina, she's gonna pick up as support more likely, and Gyrocopter, he's gonna be playing that carry role for Bloody Valentine. As far as the other ban, as far as the rest of the bans, we see Nash actually banned on an OD very late. I'm surprised he wasn't actually picked up, because OD has been seen, or is extremely popular in the pubs from what I've seen. Although I will say, when it does come down to all picks, nobody really picks up OD anymore. Makes you sad. So OD has seen his flavor of the week status. He's been popular, and then he's just been gone. And actually, Nature's Prophet, he's getting completely ignored right now. Hopefully somebody does pick up Nature's Prophet, so Cul Blu won't look like he just doesn't know what he's talking about. Sniper banned out by Bloody Valentine. Very derpy ban out in my honest opinion. Sniper, he's extremely fragile. He should be dinner for Batrider and Lina. Heck, he should be dinner for, well, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. He should be dinner for Lina as well. Weaver, he's going to eat him alive. I mean, Sniper probably wouldn't stand a chance going against these guys. Although Sniper is very annoying with his mini stuns, and it's, as a Batrider, trying to run away from a Sniper late game, it's not going to happen. So we got Nash actually picked up a Lich, and we got a tiny pickup as a final pickup on Bloody Valentine. So more than likely, we're going to be seeing a support Gyrocopter, which I haven't seen, and I haven't really seen. So support Gyrocopter, I'm assuming, support Lina, and then Batrider is probably going to be in the jungle. Or in the mid, Weaver in the off lane, and Tiny. Yeah, tiny Lina Gyrocopter in tri-lane. So we'll be seeing what happens with this. Let me go ahead and move myself to the free camera so we can get this vision on the road. And let me start with introductions on the side of the opposing team with the Meepo. Start off, of course, with the Meepo. Why not? We see Charles Darwin on that Meepo. Obviously showing his dominance. Moving over to Jakiro, we see Verdulatriso Sabraso. Let me make sure I switch my overlay. Whew. Okay, switch my overlay, guys. We're good. We're good. CulBlu did things right. Moving over to his Death Prophet, who's actually not running mid. I'm surprised. We see NNG777 on that Death Prophet. And on this Lich, we see Tangela, which is a Pokemon. Awesome Pokemon. It was one of my favorite Pokemons. Don't know why. It was just what it seemed like a cool Pokemon. Leave me alone, guys. Don't judge me. I'm moving up to his line. We see Barakowski on him, and that rounds up the whole entire rating side. And I just want to go back and comment on. What was I going to comment on? I was going to make a comment on something. Something that was important. I don't think it had anything to do with Lich. Hold on, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, no, nothing intelligent. Anyway, moving over to the introductions outside the Dire, or Bloody Valentine, who are on the Dire. We see Knight Yoshi going to be playing that also important Batrider. On this Weaver, we see Chip Dad playing that Weaver. Moving over into this Gyrocopter, we see Pandorix on Gyro. On this Lina, we see Meowx on her. And last but not least, on this Tiny, we see Burger King. Have it your way. It's not McDonald's. They don't like to see you smile. Just have it your way and just leave them alone. Just go away. Shoo, guys. Shoo. And I think the thing I was going to say was about Meepo. Basically, whenever Meepo makes a new illusion, or well, every Meepo clone's pitch is a little bit higher than the original. It wasn't really anything too meaningful. Anyway, so let's go and bring up the last hits of the night so we can see how everybody's doing. Actually, Meepo taking a lot of damage from Batrider already. And Lion throwing up the stun on top of Batrider. Just make sure he doesn't get that many right clicks, but Meepo actually throws him down on top of Weaver, and Weaver's going to stand in man fight with the Meepo for a little bit. Meepo backing up a little bit. Sorry, backing up some more. Everything's a little bit in this game, guys. But Batrider in this bottom lane, and I think that's what I was going to talk about. Death Prophet and Batrider are not in the middle lane, which I think is weird. Jakiro's going to be playing the mid lane for his team on Team Nash, and Jakiro versus Gyrocopter, I see Jakiro not getting too much in this lane at all. Moving on to top, we see Death Prophet Lich. They should be doing fine in this lane versus a Lina and a Tiny. It's basically, they just rotate all the matchups because Tiny can run mid, but Tiny does struggle quite a bit versus a Death Prophet because that Cryptic Swarm does hurt quite a bit. And they also have the Lich on the backside helping him out. Lich actually didn't go for deny first. And we got Batrider trying to run away from Meepo and a Lion. He does get hit with the stun. Looks like he might be the first blood. Meepo doesn't have another net. He throws out a Geostrike. Geostrike does land, and Batrider eating a lot of damage. One more right click is all he really needs. Will he be able to get his? This is a big question. Looks like he will not be able to get it. He has the support in the form of the Weaver coming around the backside. Net comes up from Meepo. It does miss. I don't know where that net went, but it did not go in the right direction. Batrider does turn around. He does go down. He goes down for his troubles, and Lion does go down as well. Batrider just kept running. Weaver had it all handled. He had it all dealt with, and Meepo actually might be going out here as well. So double kill for Weaver, probably double kill for Weaver. Actually, no, he's out of mana. He can't chase. And Meepo goes and pops that healing salve. So if Weaver had the mana, if he didn't pop those bugs, he would have definitely got that kill. Bugs definitely not necessary in that entire engagement. Maybe if the bugs did a slow, but Weaver pretty much had that handled, and Batrider did, like I said, turned around, got killed for no true good reason, but hey, it happens. This is Dota. So as far as what is going on mid, of course Jakiro just making me eat my own words, saying, hey, I can go toe to toe with Gyrocopter. See, check me out. I got 3 last hits, and Gyro's like, okay, that's cool. Gyro has as many denies as Jakiro has last hits. Oh, never mind. More. So the Invis rune is down bottom. Nobody's really actually taking advantage of the runes just yet. I was expecting Batrider to probably go for that. Batrider's actually walking around the corner, just trying to keep the lane pulled forward. Not too sure why, but he's just doing it. And oh yeah. That's what I was saying before. Lion actually should be really nice versus the Weaver because he can take on the mana. And then we got Batrider actually getting turned to a frog, and he's also getting netted by the Meepo. If only Meepo had another illusion, I don't think they'll be able to catch a kill this time. And Weaver's going to come around the corner. He has no Gemini attack, or sorry, he has no Sakuchi, so he needs to be very careful. Batrider turns around, throws out a sticky napalm, and we got a Jakiro going down mid to the Gyrocopter. But we're watching this slow speed engagement happen down here. We got Lion throwing the Earth Spike. Earth Spike does Lane on top. Bat not going to be going down. 2 more auto attacks all they really need. Lion's walking inside the fire. Weaver trying to run away while he can. He's taking a lot of damage, and so has Lion. And there we go. Finally, somebody does back up. I think at this point, Weaver needs Gemini attack. So many free auto attacks that he just got. Batrider throws out a Casky. Casky does miss. Meepo pops himself a healing salve, and Meepo's early game build I do not like at all. He had 3 healing salves and a TP scroll. I don't know. He has something derpy like that, which I honestly don't understand. Pretty much as a Meepo, a healing salve won't change much. Of course, it lets him stay in lane a little bit longer, so I guess he knows what he's doing. Charles Darwin does, but then again, there's a limit to the logic. Anyway, we got Lich up top. He is down quite a bit of HP. Lina did have a Dragon Slave up. I don't know if it just came off cooldown, but she did not throw it to go for the kill. Otherwise, Lich would have went down. 3 healing cells on him. Death Prophet, so many healing cells. Let me take a look at these items, because these items are really, really concerning me on Team Nash right now. It's like an epic amount of healing cells and clarity potions, and it's not just like 1 healing salve and 2 tangos and a clarity potion. It's like 3 healing salves, 2 clarity potions, 2 healing cells and Death Prophet. Lina has herself, well, Lina's on the side of Meowx or Bloody Valentine. But still, just the builds on everybody on the side of Nash, I do not agree with at all. At this stage of the game, you definitely need to start building yourself some form of sustainable region, some form of cheap stats. Something like that. Something to at least allow you to be able to go for fights mid-game. But as it holds right now, neither team are really hitting the lick of the stick. We got Bloody Valentine, who are on the dire side, actually a little bit better at the items. We got Weaver and Batrider doing a slow speed chase on top of Meepo. Meepo will be able to make it alive, and Lich does not make it alive on top. We got Death Prophet going to be going down to the rocket from Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter ulti was called down. He didn't rotate up top, so Pandarex feeling pretty happy about that. Getting his allies a few kills, helping them out with lane, which they weren't really struggling with that much.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just still hanging out. As far as Gyrocopter's build, he's going for the Rainbow Quilla, so he's going for some cheap mid-game items, so that way he can actually be able to go for the kills. Makes sense. And he also has himself a bottle now, and the rune is actually up top. Don't know where the Invis rune went, but it's obviously not here anymore. Meepo down bottom, he's extremely low, no HP on him. No items, and Weaver will not be able to scout him out. Meepo going to TP back to base. And yeah, okay. Batrider walking around the corner, looks like he's looking for somebody, looking for a target. He doesn't have his ulti yet, so he actually needs to go get someone for him. I think he's looking for a Meepo, but there's no Meepo here. Knight, go home, you're drunk. Knight, go home, you're drunk. Meanwhile, mid, we got Jakiro versus, like I said, Jakiro versus Gyrocopter. I mean, Gyrocopter's pretty much already on his lane. Ice Cloud comes up for Jakiro. Jakiro throws out a macro fire, and actually a lot of damage coming on top of him. Gyrocopter stands on a macro fire, but Jakiro eating a whole bunch of damage as well. He will be going down. Gyrocopter says, hey, I'm a better carry than you. He gets a kill on top of Jakiro, but he did lose significantly more HP than I was expected for him to lose. When Batrider around the corner, he's going to go throw out the Fireflies. Guys are trying to go for a wraparound gank on top of line, but Batrider looks like he'll just be donating his life to the cause. He's going to be going down. And, yeah, that just happened. That just happened, guys.
Dire's top tower is under
Gyrocopter
attack.
then pop himself a few bottle charges before he goes up top to try to go for a kill. His ulti is a really nice ulti early game because it has a really low cooldown. Lich actually up top trying to chase himself a tiny will be able to make us all alive, and Lich is going to be eating a lot of creep aggro. Meanwhile, we got Gyrocopter coming face to face with Death Prophet. Death Prophet does out her ability. Lina throws a stun on top of the wrong person. Doesn't matter. Lich does go down anyway, and Gyrocopter ulti should be up here very soon. That means Death Prophet just might be going down if these guys can catch up, because Death Prophet does move fast as crap with that Witchcraft, which does give her some bonus move speed. 10% bonus move speed, 20% bonus move speed at max level. It is pretty nasty stuff. Meepo has boots. That's really about it. He's still level 4. As far as the rest of the levels around the map, while I watch Weaver with no mana. As far as the rest of the levels go, Gyrocopter is the max level at level 8, and up top we might see engagement here very soon. We got Gyrocopter throwing the rocket already. He will be throwing a call on him very soon. No rocket, sorry, Death Prophet did not try to stand a man fight. She's going to eat herself a rocket to the backside. Actually, also coming off of Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter going to die for this. Lich is here. Lich can actually go for the kill. Gets the kill on top of Gyrocopter, but not before Gyrocopter gets the kill on both. And actually, Gyrocopter did just die to the tower. So that means no true last hit goes to anybody. The gold does get spread amongst all the people. And guys, what was it 300 gold? Sorry, not even 300 gold. 250 gold split amongst 5 people. Not a lot of gold.
Middle tower is under attack.
Wait, Weaver being a little bit of a nuisance to Meepo and Lion, and Meepo and Lion still hanging out near the tower. Lion going straight up for a, I hope he's going straight up for a Force Staff and not straight up for a Dagon, but it's probably a Dagon. Double damage on Lina. She's gonna rotate around the corner. Stun does miss completely. Don't know what she was aiming at, but I think she was drunk. Ulti, no mana for it, but she's gonna be able to kill this Jakiro anyways. She has ulti just in case, just enough mana for it. And killing free for her, so double damage Lina. Like I said, carry Lina very scary because of that Fiery Soul passive, which does give her bonus move speed and attack speed when she throws out a few abilities. And we got a rotation coming down bottom. These guys want to go for the kill. You're gonna walk straight on down bottom. It should be easy killings, easy pickings, because Lion, he's extremely squishy right now. Meepo, he doesn't really have items to actually do anything. Actually, Weaver's gonna go ahead and go toe-to-toe with Meepo. Meepo does throw with the net. The net does land on Weaver. Weaver is actually eating a lot of CC coming off the Lion, but it doesn't matter. Lina shows up. Here comes the cavalry. Ulti coming out from Gyrocopter. Not necessary. Balor was able to finish off the Lion with the flame break. You know, on top, Death Prophet still 2 healing cells, 3 healing cells on side of Lich, and the whole entire Team Nash are in shambles right now. Their item choices, as I said before, guys, they're investing way too heavily, significantly too heavily, into healing cells and clarity potions. Sustainable Regen is the name of the game, and if you look at it, Sustainable Regen on the side of Gyrocopter. Let's just take a look at his Ring of Aquila. It gives him a 0.65 mana generation continuously. So right now his mana regeneration is 2.4 versus the Lich, whose mana regeneration is 1.3, but he does have clarity potions, which is cool. But if he takes any damage at all, if Lich takes any damage at all, that clarity potion is instantly gone. So we see a wraparound gank coming around the side. Meowx and Gyrocopter are going to come around the back. Lich and Death Prophet are going to go ahead and stand still and die because they know they can't make it. Lina doesn't have enough mana for her ulti, but she did. She was just using Death Prophet. Death Prophet is still going to be going down anyway. Tiny threw a crazy amount of damage. Gyrocopter with the Rocket Barrage, it would pick up the kill on top of Death Prophet, and this whole entire Team Nash is getting picked to pieces right now. Bottom lane, not really successful at all. Top lane, not really successful at all. Mid lane, at least Jakiro hasn't died. No, I was about to say he hasn't died that much, but he's died 3 times. Taking a quick look at the goal graph, you can see the goal graph is heavily in favor of Bloody Valentine, and no towers have gone down on either side of the map, guys. Keep that in mind. The goal graph is nearly 4,000 in favor of Bloody Valentine, and no towers have gone down at all. Knight on that Batrider, walking around, doing a little bit of Firefly farming.
Is under attack.
Because Mud Golems, everybody loves Mud Golems, they don't take damage from Firefly, which makes me sad. Makes Batrider sad too. Curry coming down, bringing Gyrocopter himself, or something big. Power trades are finished up on him. He could go for a dive around the corner because Meepo, he's not level 6 yet. And when Meepo hits level 6, I'm kind of expecting to see him to die a little bit more. But he's definitely taking his time to get to level 6. Lion is at least level 6. Gyrocopter is going to come around the corner. His ulti can fly right now. Just go for the kill on top of Meepo himself. Meepo will not be able to run away. Gyrocopter does not decide to go for it. He sees the Lion around the corner. Going to go ahead and throw out the missile. Lion will throw his CC around the corner. I do hit a little lag, so I remember the amount of Batrider coming in. Beautiful casket, actually pushing these guys away. Lion ulti to fly. Gyrocopter's dead. Not what you really wanted. Meepo makes it out alive. And pops himself another healing self. Weaver coming down bottom, finds himself a Meepo. Meepo does finally use a point instead of his ulti. Takes a lot of damage from one of the clones of the original. And on top, Death Prophet ulti did finally come out. Stun coming up from Lina, toss coming up from Tiny. A lot of damage coming towards the bottom two on the Radiant side, but not enough damage. Actually, Lina, never mind. Lina got this. Lina got this, guys. I'm sorry.
Burns, doesn't it?
So I say not enough damage, but Lina, she got the right clicks. She got the range as well. Meepo found himself a Batrider. Batrider not going to get netted up by the right one, and Meepo, actually, the slow is helping him out immensely. Meepo will not be going down here anytime soon, but he did take quite a bit of damage. You know, Weaver took a whole bunch of damage versus the Jakiro. He has no mana for an ulti. Lina does get another kill up top, so carry Lina is becoming a possibility, guys. She is going to be going for the mechanism instead. No Desolator on her. And who's this Lion? Not Lion. Gyrocopter.
Radiant's top tower
Gyrocopter
is
found himself a
under
lion, throws out the rocket blast. So much damage coming to the lion, it's not even funny. Weaver able to pick up the kill on top of him, so Chip Daddy feeling like a boss. Jakiro is down bottom to help his allies out, but he won't really be able to do anything but except for do a little bit of harassment damage to Weaver. Weaver should be fine. Should, theoretically, be fine. So as far as the rest of the items around the map, Earner Shadow's up on Batrider, no Blink Dagger just yet, but once that does come up, he'll pretty much be unkillable. He'll pretty much just killing everybody. We got Jakiro getting hit with the lasso, not necessary at all. They shouldn't even have to kill it without it. Now, Jakiro does have an Ice Pass, so he can't use it if he needs to, but no, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be going down. Missile one way or another. Meepo gets phase boots. Whoa, okay. So Meepo got himself phase boots. Let's see what he decides to do with these. I would still highly encourage anybody who plays Meepo to please go power charge. We got a kill come on top of Lina. She got a kill on top of Lich, and now she's running away from Death Prophet because Death Prophet's doing a massive amount of damage with her ghost. And Lina actually gonna turn around, go for the man fight. She will be winning the man fight because she's a woman with fire versus a woman with ghost. And yes, she held her feet to the fire. Indeed, it hurts. Speaking of things that hurt, Batrider gets himself caught up in a spike and he gets turned into a frog. No ulti's up on him, but here he can actually turn and kill the lion. Actually, no, lion can turn and kill him. Lion needs 16 seconds. Will Batrider be able to finish out the lion fast enough? Looks like Batrider's going to go about his day, farm up, and continue running. He gets hit with another earth spike. A few more right clicks. Meepo net the fly. Will not be able to land, but Batrider turns to a frog. Lion ulti should be up by now, but actually Lion's out of mana. Meepo going to be able to give himself a few Gemini attacks or Geo strikes, and that is a dead bat. Batrider. He doesn't have boots. I just realized that. Okay, Batrider doesn't have boots. Huge mistake. Batrider, please build Tranquil boots. Tranquil boots is all you need. Heck, brown boots would be much better than what you have now. I don't know if he just bought. Yeah, he just bought back. So Batrider just bought back. He wants revenge kill. He's not gonna do it. If he goes down now to try to lasso somebody, he's not gonna do anything but die. Because there's so many people down bottom, it's not even funny. Meepo, even if he does get netted, he has another Meepo that can actually turn around and get the stuff. Batrider getting caught in a bad spot. He's surrounded completely. He's going to go ahead and Firefly, go down, and feeding his life to the enemy team, trying to make them feel a little bit better. Big, huge misplays coming out from Batrider. The person who really needs to be the one doing most of the gank, in my honest opinion. 5 men doing it really. That comment. Lina down bottom, she says, hey, I'm ready to fight. She got her ulti up. She can actually go for kill on top of Lich. She actually needs to go ahead and throw her ulti around top of Death Prophet so to make sure they can kill her. Death Prophet does go down. Easy kill is easy. Meanwhile, Weaver found himself a Meepo. Meepo's running for his life. He will not be able to run. The Beetles are on top of him as well. They can get the kill because Beetles do damage. Gyrocopter ulti to fly on the back corner. A lot of damage coming from him. Weaver can hit the ulti from Lion. He can pop his timelines if he wants to, but he decides not to. He'll run away with the HP that he has left right now. Lich does DC. And we got Tiny on top, just, you know, Burger King, just casually farming. Having it his way. He's going to be going for drums instead of rushing straight up for the eggs. Oh, but as soon as I say that, I stand corrected. He built the bracer for some supplemental HP, and he's going to be going for the eggs now. Bottom tower does go down. These guys are fishing for a kill. They will be finding themselves a lion, and lion does go down. They found a lion in the jungle, the lion goes meow, and it goes dead now. Oh, I feel bad for saying that now. So, item progression, because the main reason why I keep looking back at item progression is just to keep emphasizing the point that I see so many healing cells and clarity potions outside the Radiance that is funny. Team Nash really need to invest in some sustainable region. Jakiro going to be going down. Lina able to pick up the kill on top of that. Meowx saying, hey, my balls, gets the kill. Kill security, mechanism pop, just to make Gyrocopter feel a little bit better. Meepo is down bottom. He is levels 9. A little bit higher than I thought he was going to be, but he is level 9, so he almost has 3 clones. Or sorry, he only has 3 Meepos. Batrider coming in very slow. He needs boots. I don't know why he doesn't have boots, but he's going to lasso Meepo anyway. Meepo does miss a net. Gyrocopter's ulti to fly. It will be catching on top of the Meepos. Meepos do go down. And that's going to be in the engagement, but Batrider really needs boots to be a lot more effective. Blink Dagger, sorry, actually just brown boots, Blink Dagger, 4-staff Batrider pretty much kills any and everybody around the map. Just catch somebody slightly out, you can basically blink in, lasso, 4-staff away, and get the kill every single time. Boots is definitely necessary for initiative speaking. And when Lina getting turned to a frog, getting CC'd to death by Lion, Lion will be going down. 1 more attacks, all Meowx needed, and he has the range to get it. You know, Gyrocopter Shadow Blaze up, he's going to be chasing himself a Death Prophet. Death Prophet pops himself a healing self. Casket coming out from Batrider. Does quite a bit of damage, but not enough. Meanwhile, Jakiro chases himself a Tiny. This is a bad chase for him. He throws on the Macro Party. Tiny does turn around and fight inside the Macro Party. Not a good place to fight right now. Jakiro eating a lot of damage, and so is Tiny. And Tiny ate every single bit of damage. Now he's eating creep aggro. He will be going out. Ice Path from Jakiro finishes him off. Despite the fact that Bloody Valentine are really posed to win this game, they're making some huge mistakes. If they wanted to ever throw a game, they're definitely doing it. I will say that much. I will say that much. They have the makings to throw the game, if that's their goal. Meepo can't throw on a net and possibly a kill on top of somebody. Nope, not enough damage. Yeah, he has nothing phase boots. And he's running away. Lion's coming around the corner. Lion throws out himself at a stun. And Weaver's gonna go ahead and Weaver's gonna go ahead and shrug it off. There, he can't shrug it off. He goes down pretty darn fast. Batrider ulti coming off on top of this loses Meepo. Meepo will be going down around the corner. Everybody's dead except for Jakiro and the person who's DC'd, and the person who's DC'd just got robbed. I saw the healing cells from online. He had extra healing cells. He got those from allies. Previous allies. Jakiro Ice Path, Macro Pyre to fly. It does not really land on too much. Lina does buy herself a nice, pretty Veil of Discord because she likes to go shopping. And another tower's going to do some damage. Ice Path coming up from Jakiro. Cascade coming up from Batrider. So fire versus ice. And yes, for anybody wondering, if I know, hold on, we're going to see a team fight happening first. We got the courier flying out. Not too sure where it's going. I think it's drunk. It's going to go scout out things. It's going to be brave. Be brave, courier. You're not Cluckles, but you can still be brave. Speaking of which, the Dire's courier is actually flying that Veil of Discord right out to Lina. The fight will be happening on the corner. Jakiro Ice Pack did fly on Batrider. Batrider, his ulti's up. A lot of damage coming from Lina. Oh my gosh. Just one stun and Cassie did that much damage. It's ridiculous. Meepo gonna go for the man fight. He's gonna be dying just like a man. And Lina does get hit with the stun from Lion. Lion trying to get the kill. He has focus fire right now. Will Lina be going down? Is a big question. She can't throw a stun. She actually knows she pops it back. Batrider chasing somebody. That probably does go down around one side. And Lion goes down on the other side. And that's gonna be the end of everything. Triple kill for Lina. Carry Lina, guys. I totally called it. But I'm pretty sure Lina is leading in the kills right now. And yes, she most certainly is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, so what I was gonna say is, Gyrocopter, Radiant's courier killed, more gold for the Radiant. I'm sorry, more gold for Bloody Valentines. Exactly what they needed. And the gold graph is, of course, out of control right now. It's hitting the exponential point where it's gonna keep falling and falling. The XP graph, as I always say about the XP graph, the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer and closer it converges to 0. But it's still a really nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time, and it's heavily in favor of Bloody Valentine. It's so in favor of Bloody Valentine that I don't see Team Nash coming back from this at all. Especially not, it's purely judged off of the basic, previous play. Batrider does lasso up and does get himself a kill. Does give himself a kill, and he also gets a kill. That's from the ulti to fly, but it didn't fly fast enough. She did go down, and Gyrocopter one more on top, that's all he needed. He got himself a kill on top of the line. Mechanism pop by Meowx on that Lina. Keeps her ally alive, and Pandarex flying away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Finally, a Blink Dagger's up on Batrider, and he did just buy back. So he had a lot of gold saved up. Blink Dagger 4 staff is what I'm expecting to see. As far as Batriders go, you typically see, like I said, Blink Dagger 4 staff for his 2 core items. Power Treads are another one of his core items as well. You usually don't see Batrider go for anything else. Earn of Shadows occasionally, sure, but Blink Dagger 4 staff top priority. Anyway, Jakiro gonna go full man mode, gets a kill. He should be able to get his kill on top of Lina. She should take it down for the damage. No, actually, no, Mechanism keeping her alive. That Mechanism region. Plus that Veil of Discord region. Jesus, that's a lot of region. Lion come around the corner. He's going to end that. He has his ulti up. He should be able to get the kill on top of Lina. No, he gets chain stunned to death and goes down in the blink of an eye. And as Phantom Assassin would say, blink and you'll miss me. And I blunked and I totally missed that line. And he did go down. And there's Jakiro with a nice provocative comment coming out. Of course, if you guys are trying to figure out the translation for that comment, that was the translation for parenthesis period, parenthesis period, I'm sorry, parenthesis period, parenthesis period, parenthesis. Totally not what that stands for, but if you guys are adults, you guys will know. Gyrocopter Ghost After just to make everybody's life a living. Heck, I don't know if he's going for an E-Blade, but that would be kind of cool to see E-Blade, because I haven't seen an E-Blade purchased in a long time on a carry hero, such as a right clicker. I think the Lion ulti fly on Lina. Lina eating a lot of damage. Lich ulti flying, but it's going to bounce on Creeps. Yes, it will bounce on Creeps. Batrider ulti did come around. Lich ulti still bounce around. Lina is getting a lot of damage on top of Meepo, but not enough. She's trying to run away. She will be able to make it out. She should be able to make it out still alive. Meepo is still on the run. or the chase. She's still on the run.
Regeneration.
Item progression shows that Death Prophet has no items. Wow. She sold everything. I wonder what she's going to be building. Tiny is almost has his Aghanim Scepter up. He is about 1,000 gold away from that, unless the courier has it up in its nice little inventory, but it does not. Weaver doing a lot of damage to his tower. Tower will be going down. And Chip Dad on that Weaver almost had himself a Link Sphere. Meanwhile, down bottom we see engagement. Who's this? Somebody's getting surrounded. They just went down easy. Well, actually, not necessarily easy. They just went down. Lina got surrounded by the entire Radiant side, except for Death Prophet, of course. Death Prophet, she's gave up her life.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Meepo mad. So okay. So let's go ahead and look at this, guys. Let's go and look at this, because I talked about this a long time in a few viewer replay casts, and I wasn't expecting to see this in a random pub. Well, technically it's not a random pub, but I wasn't expecting to see it in a pub match. But okay, let's talk about the builds that we see on the Team Nash and why they are not necessarily the best builds in the world.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As you can see, almost everybody outside of Team Nash has a healing salve or a clarity potion, and or both. And the reason why this is all bad is because healing salves are extremely expensive for what they should be doing, and they don't do. Healing salve should be giving you a 400 mana regeneration for 10 seconds, which is actually really nice, but it's not nice enough. Hold on, see a fight happening on the corner. Sentry Ward was placed down so they can spot out the Weaver, but it's not going to be nearly fast enough. Lion actually might be going down. Jakiro ulti to fly. Lion does get hit with the damage, and there we go. Perfect case is what I was talking about. Let's just keep that in mind, guys. Just keep that in mind. Gyrocopter is going to be able to escape from that net because of that Ghost Scepter, because you can do that. And Weaver actually going to be eating a lot of damage. Meepo does go down. Weaver ulti does need to fly, but he will not fly. Weaver never uses ulti. He does go down once again, and Gyrocopter standing still. I think he's typing right now. They go Death Prophet gonna actually get turned around, turned up on him. Goes down, Gyrocopter able to pick up the kill on top of that with that missile. And E-Blade is up on Gyrocopter, so he did go for the E-Blade. Just going for a troll build by the looks of it. And the reason why it's considered a troll build is because it's not really all that serious. I mean, E-Blade on Gyrocopter, Gyrocopter's all about the right clicks. And he's actually going to be going out here very soon. Lion has ulti belt. Lich ulti belt on top of two. Perfect combination. That's exactly what he wanted. Lion should be going out here very soon. No ulti coming up from Lion. I'm not too sure why he didn't turn around and go for it. Lich is going to be going down around the corner though.
My flesh thaws.
Got a light?
Actually, Lina wants more blood. She wants to go for another kill. She has herself a tornado stick. And for all those who don't know, the combination for Lina is tornado stick into stun into whatever the heck she wants to do with you afterwards. It's not that hard to time. But if you do miss it, then you deserve it. So like I said, Lina can call an Ice Path and also gets hit with the Macro Pyre as well, but not taking too terribly much damage. Batrider popped himself an Urn of Shadows. He had, at one point, 10 Urn of Shadows charges, potentially 12. Tornado Stick coming up from Lina. She does miss her combination. She will be going down as a result of it. And with Batrider, he can't really do anything but stand and watch. Lina does get a kill on top of that Meepo, so Meow is getting a kill on top of somebody at least. And Lion ulti finally falls on top of Batrider. Batrider does go down. Aghanim is up on top of Burger King on that Tiny. So he now has himself a tree. I wonder where he got that tree from. This should be the death of the Lion here very soon. Tiny does have more than enough damage to actually kill him. Toss needs to come out. Toss needs to come out. No Toss coming out just yet. We got support coming from Weaver, so this is a kill nonetheless.
My hands are tied.
And yes, okay, so going back to my assessment of why the item choices are bad, basically healing salves for everybody, clarity potions for everybody. Death Prophet Fine does have some form of sustainable regen, but it's actually not all that sustainable. It's just a Helmet of Dominator. It doesn't give you any regen. It loses the regen once you upgrade it into a Helmet of Dominator, which sucks a lot, I know. But I mean, she has lifesteal, and lifesteal is highly overrated. 15% lifesteal when you only deal exactly 100 damage is not a lot. Especially considering the fact that that's a round estimate. So she gets 20 regen per auto attack, while she takes a lot of damage per hit that she takes. Like Gyrocopter just dealt 186 damage to her from one hit. He's actually trying to go for killing somebody else. He almost got, or he's trying to go for a double kill. Don't think he got it. Nah, not even close. Needs more agility. So yes, healing cells are bad because, like I said, they heal. It only heals you up for 400 HP over 10 seconds, which is cool. but that's technically 40 regen. It's technically 40 regen per second, which is really nice, but it goes away when you take damage. And remember before when we had we had Lion trying to run away right around here. He got hit with he got just barely caught with a little bit of damage from Gyrocopter with the call down coming out, and his healing salves instantly cancel, and he took damage as well. So healing salves are really bad because they're not sustainable for his region. They're not reliable at all. And as far as the whole entire Team Nash side, you see healing salves are everywhere. One healing salve on Lion with this late into the game. Jakiro has himself 2 healing salves as well. Lina, combination does not land. She was a little bit late on top of Lion. Turns around, throws out a stun, throws out the ulti as well. Lina might be going out. No, Lina's actually going to pop herself a mechanism. She will be able to survive if she doesn't walk to that Magmar, which she will not want to, so she will keep her life. Meepo net does fly. Gyrocopter to get this ulti off. He needs just a little bit more damage. Meepo should be going out here very soon. No poof coming out from Meepo. Gyrocopter needs to go and pop himself a Ghost Scepter, but no! He bounces Ghost Scepter, and he goes down. Death Hunter says, hey, I got magic damage, bro. And that will be Gyrocopter's death. As she prophesized. But yes, healing cells. Healing cells bad. This is a lot of gold invested in healing cells that aren't going to do too much for you. Death Hunter does go down mid. And I mean, it's just like Bloody Valentine don't want to push in. Bloody Valentine can very, very realistically just push in right now and just end the game. But it looks like they want to get 6 slot at first. Batrider build himself some interesting item. Morbid Mask, not recommended at all. Not recommended at all. Not by any means at all. Maybe Vladimir's offering if you had yourself somebody who's actually being useful. Tiny hasn't really been involved in the fight, so I can't necessarily consider him all that useful to his team right now. But actually, Batrider eating a whole bunch of damage. He does finally go down. Blink dagger or not, bro, you're still dead. And Lion did go down for his trouble zone. Lina with a beautiful stun catches up a few, and Tiny comes up for the backside. Finally, Tiny's being a little bit more useful. Lina does get a tornado on top of 8 Meepo just for insurance. That's pretty much everybody dead. Hero Ice Path to fly, Meowx on that Lina gonna be eating a whole bunch of tower damage. And she's building herself a Vladimir's offering. Huh. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Booster Travel Ward purchased up by the Gyrocopter so he can get right back into the fight. It looks like this will be the final push. Finally! Ice Path from Jakiro to initiate the fight. He will be throwing a dual breath, but he gets caught in the stun by Lina. Lina just does so much damage, it's not even funny. Ice Path. What's that? Not Ice Path. Lightning Strike Array plus Tiny Stun equals a lot of damage to these guys. Bottom tower does go down to creeps. Huge mistake coming up from the Radiant side. A lot of mistakes all around the map. I will say that much. Batrider going to Firefly forward. He needs to go ahead and blink in and get the ulti on top of Lion. Lion's actually going to turn on both stun. He can't throw the ulti, but no, he cannot because he's just dead too fast. He did bounce off an Gyrocopter, which for Lion is actually cool because it does a massive amount of damage, but Lion doesn't really have anything to follow up. He has nothing but an Gyrocopter. He dies so easy, it's not even funny. Lich ulti to fly, it would bounce on top of Batrider plus creeps. Gyrocopter going to be eating a little bit of bounce damage as well if he can catch it to him. No, it will not be able to catch it to him. There we go, it does catch up, finally. And the Ghost Scepter does go through, does a massive amount of damage to Gyro. So not Ghost Scepter, Blade. Which, fun fact for you guys. If you pop your E-Blade, or sorry, when you buy E-Blade, you can use it on your allies as well. So if there's a Face of Void, and he Chrono Spear somebody, you can throw your E-Blade on top of him. And you and your ally will be E-Bladed. Or you can throw your E-Blade on top of the Face of Void. Anyway, Meepo getting caught inside the ulti from Gyrocopter. Batrider ulti did fly on top of somebody. I didn't see who it was, but Gyrocopter pounds himself a Ghost Scepter. And Lion says, thanks bro, that's exactly what I needed. Gets himself an instant give on top of that Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter buys right back in. He does have booster travel, so he can't come back to this fight. You know, look at Batrider going to be going down to the fire and the flames. He carries on in the grave. And Lich shows up. Suddenly, death. AC coming up soon on top of Tiny. And Lina, like I said, she's building some of Vladimir's offering, and that's a really horrible item choice for Lina. If you're trying to go for lifesteal as a Lina, or as a support, or as somebody who does right-click damage who's ranged and not melee, key phrase, not melee, definitely don't go for a Vladimir's offering. Now see, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because Lina as a support, her going for Vladimir's offering is not the most ridiculous thing in the world. Actually, Tiny might be going out. Yeah, Tiny will be going out here. He stayed on macro part way too long. Shadow Blade's up on Jakiro of all things. And Weaver does get hit with the stun, but it does get cancelled by that Lincoln Spear. Weaver's actually going to turn around, do massive amounts of damage to Lion. He will not follow up the damage. Death from Beautiful Silence catches himself too. It just might be a dead Lina. Lina does have a tornado stick, which she can't use while you silence. Meepo does finally go down. Weaver running away when he can. Puffs his ulti, beautiful timing on top of that. Finally, landing ulti to fly on top of Lina. Lina does go down. Weaver still going to go for the man fight. I'm timing out a little bit. There we go. Finally, stuff is going through. And Chip Dab on that Weaver just might be seeing his dab here very soon. He does get screechy away.
Radiant's top barracks
TP coming in from Batrider with those boots of travel.
Nice.
So like I was saying before, life's still on Batrider. Not recommended at all. Batrider did go for boots of travel, which is cool. What I would highly suggest towards Knight is definitely just build brown boots. You don't have to upgrade the boots instantly. He bought them all at once. And Vladimir's offering is up on top of Lina. She get right back in the game. Gyrocopter giving some massive amount of damage on top of all these guys. Lich, the only main target, eats all the damage and he goes down. Meanwhile, Jakiro Shadow Blades into his base. He's fine. Batrider is here with the fire. Ice Pack coming up from Jakiro. Death Prophet goes at a Cryptic Swarm. Batrider goes down. Surprisingly. Death Prophet will pick up a kill on top of that. And GG's coming out from Weaver. Dim offensive GG's. Dim offensive GG's is all I gotta say, guys. Lina builds up a Hooded Defiance. Really nice item to have, especially with all this magic damage coming out from the Radiant side. Blade Mail's purchased up by Lion. Cool item map as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's going to turn Weaver into a frog, but Weaver's not turning into a frog just yet. Blade Mail popped by Lions. This might be able to help him get the kill on top of Weaver, but no. Chip Dad says, hey bro, my man. Pumps up his ulti. He will be able to make us all alive. Everybody walks into the stun of Lina. Just everybody. Suddenly, everybody shows up for the stun. Ulti coming out from Lion on top of Pandarex on that Gyrocopter. He just barely survives with the slither of health. TP's back to base, and this Ancient will be going on here. So he TP back to base. He left the party looking too late. Dire victory. Radiant's Ancient is exploded, and the game does end with a victory towards Bloody Valentine. Oh man, talk about things to talk about. Oh gosh, I got things to talk about. Alright, so of course it's no offense to any of the team players or any of the players out there, but there are a lot of things I have to talk about here. And we got we got Meepo feeling extremely angry with all the explicit language coming out in Spanish. Because everybody knows the explicit words that come out in Spanish. So let's see. We got print screen. So I can make sure I have this. Enter. Alright, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move myself to a Word Paint document, and I'm gonna paste this right on over here so you guys can see this. Actually, save this. Save as, because there are a lot of things to talk about in this game. More things that I want to talk about, but this just might be another 2-hour cast, guys. Heads up, because I got a lot of things to say about this one. See, desktop, untitled, talk, close, move. Okay, everything's good. Dota hasn't timed out yet. Cool. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, I lost it. My desktop. It ate it. There it is. Alright, so let me go and switch my overlay to something more comfy, like this one, which is my desktop, so you guys can see all my Spotify stuff on the side. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go to... okay, this will work. Perfect! The same exact thing. Edit scene. Nah, that's not what I want to do. Sub-region, there we go. Aww. Did I do something? I think I broke it, guys. There we go. Alright, there we go. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. But let's go ahead and talk about this, because I got like I said, a lot of things to talk about. And no, I do not want to answer right now. As far as things to talk about, because Cul Blu got massive amounts of things to talk about. Okay. The item choices on the side of Team Nash were horrendous, for lack of a better word. Healing salves should not be purchased past the 7-minute mark without a legitimate reason. And one of the main legitimate reasons is, oh man, I was low, and I want to stay in my lane, so you bought a healing salve to come back in, and that's cool. That is fine. That's perfectly fine. But there were so many healing salves on Team Nash that it was ridiculous. You had 3 healing salves on Lich, you had at almost all times. 3 healing salves on Meepo pretty much at all times. Death Prophet had healing salve and clarity potions. Lich healing salves and clarity potions galore. And it's for lack of a better way to put it, it's a hallmark of a team that doesn't know what they're doing, or a player that doesn't know what they're doing in Dota just yet. That's not saying that they won't ever know what they're doing, but it's saying that, hey, you guys need to hear a few tips, and please let me help you, because I want the Dota 2 community to expand and continue growing. But seeing things like this, guys, I can't honestly, I can't let it go. I can't let it go without talking about it for like 7 hours. Did I disable arrow? I didn't disable arrow. What are you talking about? Anyway, so hopefully this doesn't look too jerry-rigged, because it is kind of. It's kind of bad looking. I know. It's a last minute type thing. You see the white squares at everywhere. You see the untitled document. Anyway, so like I said, so many healing styles personal side of Team Nash. If you want to go through the numbers for it, healing styles are extremely inefficient in the simple fact, or mainly because of the simple fact that the healing can get turned off just by you taking some damage. It doesn't matter if it was, well, it has to be like I think above 5 damage or something like that. But it doesn't matter if it's just a right click or a creep hit or a tower shot or the tail end of Gyrocopter's call down. It doesn't matter what it is. It's going to get rid of the healing, and it's not reliable. It's only 400 heal for 100 mana, or sorry, for 100 gold every single time. So let's say you have 2000 HP in the late game and you want to heal up completely from 20 HP to 2000. That is a lot of gold. That is a ridiculous amount of gold. That is how many healing cells is that? Crap, math. Why did I do that? It's late at night. Hold on. Let's see, 2000 divided by 400. 2000, because Cul Blu loves a calculator. Divided by 400, that is 5 healing cells. Okay, that's not a lot of, that's not as much gold as I'm trying to make it out to be. But my point being, that's 500 gold. That is 500 gold that's not getting spent on boots. That is 500 gold that's not getting spent on any of the stat items for the power trades. That is 500 gold not getting spent towards a courier, observer wards, quelling blades, your main items like a shadow blade, aghanim scepter, blades of attack, I don't know, whatever you want to buy, that is 500 gold that's not going to be spent towards that because you use your healing salves up. And keep in mind, Lich pretty much had 3 healing salves at all times, and I'm pretty sure he's used a few while he was in lane. So let's assume by the 15-minute mark, Lich has used 1 healing salve per minute that the game has been going. If you want to go ahead and talk about waste of gold, that is a lot of waste of gold. That's a lot of waste of gold. That's 1,500 gold that he doesn't have towards an aghanim scepter if you want to rush for that. That's 1,500 gold that he doesn't have towards a mechanism if you want to go for that. That is 1,500 gold that I'm talking about because it was wasted. That's the main reason why healing salves late game are not efficient, because you can get sustainable regen, such as a Hood of Defiance, such as a Veil of Discord, or a mechanism, or heck, even just a naked ring of regen, which gives you plus 3 HP regen. Even just that will be more than enough to make you successful in this game, especially when it comes late game. The main thing you run into is the fact that you have a teamfight breakout, and it's like, oh man, teamfight broke out, nobody really died, but we're all kind of low, and we want to stay in our lane and keep farming. Well, if you don't have any sustainable regen, which is basically passive regen that, you know, stays with you and you don't have to do anything special for it, like you don't have to pop yourself a healing salve or activate an ability to use it, then it's extremely useful because you are just healing yourself back up. You're just becoming healthy and you're just becoming nice and fine and dandy. So that's why sustainable regen is extremely important in these cases. Now, moving from that, it's like Dota 101. You want to start transitioning into some form of sustainable regen, and you also want to start getting your items off the ground, especially with the matchup that you guys had on the side of Team Nash. Jakiro, Lich, Lion, and Death Prophet. I wouldn't say that they're late game heroes by any stretch of the words. Death Prophet maybe, because she can just get super health, or she can stack a whole bunch of HP and become super uber, I don't want to say tanky, so super uber durable, and her whole ulti would just be doing massive amounts of damage in a big team fight, and that's cool. Meepo, he can probably go late game as well. I have seen it once, and well, it was because the person was just that farmed, No Tails. It's because No Tails is just that farmed, and he can actually go toe to toe with the enemy carries. But that's somebody with an exceptional Meepo play, and I see the whole entire Radiant lineup as being more so a mid-game matchup, or mid-game lineup, and the whole entire Dire lineup with Tiny and Gyrocopter being extremely late, well, not necessarily extremely late game, but late game as well, which means that the Radiant missed their timing completely with buying all those healing salves. It really all boils down to how many healing salves that they bought. It was an absurd amount of healing salves. take out the player's skill, and just the healing cells alone hindered the whole entire dire side or radiant side completely. Now, with that said, of course, most of what I wanted to talk about was just basically the amount of healing cells that I saw on the radiant side, and the fact that they should just go ahead and go for some other items. And I don't want to break down each person individually and say you should have went this, you should have went that, or you could have went that, because the first step is to stop buying so many healing cells. That's really what it boils down to. So moving on to the dire side, which is the team Bloody Valentine. Like I said, they were the ones who wanted me to cast their game, and I so gladly casted it because I want to help them out. I want to give them the pointers here and there. I want to give them the publicity that they seek. And I'm actually just really happy that they wanted me to cast one of their games. It's like, yay, cool, why not? So, as far as critiques out there for you guys, I'll definitely throw the critiques of, if you don't have to dive, then don't dive. If you want to dive and you don't know where 3 people are, don't dive. If you are low and you know that they are low and they're near the tower and you're not near your tower, then don't dive. There was, I think, at least a good 3, maybe 4 times where Batrider just so cautious, or it's not cautious, threw all cautious to the wind and threw his life away. Especially the one down bottom where he tried to wrap around the backside of Lion, who was under his tower near the trees in a spot that he could have just hit away and been perfectly fine within tower range. And Batrider, or sorry, not Batrider, Night Yoshi just came around the corner and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go Firefly you to death." And he threw his Firefly, and Lion said, "Okay, I'm gonna run into the trees." And Batrider's like, "Oh crap, tower hurts," and died. I mean, that's unacceptable, especially as a Batrider. At least, like, maybe if you would have had boots, I could say, oh yeah, you thought you can run into him and then, do a little bit of damage and run out, and you can, keep poking like that. Sure, even that's not justifiable, really. But the fact that you went in when you were, like, below 25% HP or 30% HP or something like that, Lion was, like, maybe 40% HP, so Lion had more HP than you, and Lion also still had mana to actually do stuff, to stun you and right-click you, or steal your mana or something. And you said, "Hey, I'm Batrider. I'm gonna go in and try to go for the kill anyway." And oh, by the way, one person was missing off the map, which I don't think I'm really gonna do anything, but still, you still have to be considered the fact that one person is missing on the map while that happened, and that could have potentially turned into a much easier kill for a Lion who really didn't have to do anything. All he had to do was he could have just stayed in the same spot and you would not have reached him in time. Because Firefly does not make you move faster; it just allows you to move over everything. So I'm still scratching my head about that one specific instance. But it's not just that. It's not just that. It's also a few other times. There was one time where I think Weaver was low, and yeah, I don't know. Weaver died 2 times, so he didn't die a lot. But still, I would have liked to see Chip Daddy on that Weaver pop his ulti a little bit more. Be a little bit more aggressive with your ulti, especially as a Weaver. You can do that. You have the room to do that. I want to say you did that at least the one time that I seen. And maybe a few other times while I wasn't watching. So maybe I'm just barking up the wrong tree, but I really do think you need to be a little bit more aggressive with your ultis. Like, basically walk in, try to do as much damage as you possibly can to somebody like a well, not Lion, because Lion can just nuke you down, but something like a Meepo. And then if Meepo nets you, time lapse out, and you're fine. That's it. You're fine. You're good. So anyway, moving on to Lina. I think I saw a few times where you missed a possible kill. But even that's hard to say because you got 23 kills as a Lina who was playing a support role from the start and just ended up having a lot of money, didn't know what to do with it. It's like, I don't know what to do with all these monies, and just bought yourself a Veil of Discord and a Vladimir's Offering, which we got to talk about that Vladimir's Offering, me, Alex. Come on. Really, Vladimir's Offering, that is not the item of choice to go for as a Lina. Now, I could understand if you maybe had like a Tiny, you also had a Faceless Void, and you had a Anti-Mage and a Juggernaut or something like that on your team, but no, you didn't. You had one person who's melee on your entire team. Nobody's going to give any explicit words that you have a Vladimir's Offering except for Tiny. Tiny's going to be like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for getting that Vladimir's Offering." But even still, you have a lot of gold, you have a lot of farm, you have a lot of survivability. You do not need to be the one building Vladimir's Offering, even though you're support. You do not need to be the one building that Vladimir's Offering. Now, if Batrider would have built a Vladimir's Offering on the other hand, I still don't agree with it, but that would make a lot more sense to me because Batrider has not necessarily been the most important person on the map. He hasn't really made himself a threat because he's been dying a lot, and his lassos are... Sorry. Once again, these are not complete slights at the players. I'm just letting you guys know what I saw that was wrong this whole entire game. there were a lot of times where where the lassos from Batrider were completely off. Like it's like you lassoed, and you had 10 HP, and then you bought back, and then you came down bottom and you died again. I mean it. Why buy back if you know your lasso's on cooldown? Or not even that. Why buy back when you don't know where 3 people are on the enemy team, and you know your team is all up top, not nowhere near you, and then you go into the jungle, you Firefly with no boots. Keep this in mind. He has no boots. You Firefly in the jungle, and then you try to run away from Lion, and then Lion has suddenly 4 people from the Radiant side show up, and then you just die, and I'm pretty sure you're raging about it, but you don't deserve to rage in that instance. You bought back, and you went and died again. That was probably one of the worst moves I've seen in quite a while, so so many things to talk about, guys. Anyway, Vladimir's offering on top of Lina. It would make sense to me if I see Batrider build it, because Batrider wasn't being the most effective in the game, and Lina, Meowix, you with all those kills, you were doing really good as far as your positioning were, or you just happened to be there when everybody was dying, and just picking up the kill here and there with your ulti, maybe with right click, and a nice stun here, and a nice Dragon Slave there. Here, Cal, there, Cal, everywhere, moo moo. Anyway. Cano McDonald, spell. C-O-W. E-I-E-I-O. Dagnabbit. Oh, commercial's so funny. Anyway, sorry. No, this is not advertisement for Progressive, guys. Sorry. Or Geico. Whichever one it was. I don't know. Allstate. One of those people. People that take your money. That's all you need to know. So anyway, as far as the items I would like to see on Lina, though, Desolator definitely, especially if you're doing that well, and you know the enemy team is not doing well at all. I mean, just build yourself a Desolator and call it a day. I mean, they're not going to stand a chance, especially if you just throw a Dragon Slave and a stun, or even if you just throw a stun, and you just so happen to land a stun on them, they're not going to make it out. Because I guarantee you that the combined HP of Lion, Lich, and Jakiro, the combined HP, would not have been able to stand up to just through like maybe 4 right clicks versus Lina with Desolator when they were stunned up for that whole entire 1.5 second, whatever 2-second duration. Watch just right clicking them, of course. And I don't understand the Vladimir's offering pickup on you per se. Maybe if you had another melee person on your team, sure, like I said earlier, but not when you're doing that well. When you're doing that well, you just say, hey, screw it, I have a team, but they're not really doing as good as I am, so I'm going to buy myself some fancy items, like a sheep stick, or a sheep's guard, or a rapier. Call it a day. Anyway, moving on to Weaver. I already said things about you. Be a little bit more aggressive. Your Lincoln Sphere came in really late too, so focus on farming that. That's a very important item for you to have. The regen was really nice for your Perseverance, and I do understand why you went for Perseverance first. Typically, Weavers do go for Perseverance first anyway, so, I mean, Lion was being a nuisance, and you had to get your regen up. So, yeah, really cool item to go for. Tiny, it took you forever to build your Aghanoscepter, but that is usually the tale of Tiny. Your build did go in a very logical path, I'll say that much. I want to say you have brown boots and a bracer before you started building your Aghanoscepter, which I'm not going to be mad at all. The bracer, it makes sense to me. It could transition into a Drum of Endurance if you wanted to go for that, but Drum of Endurance really, that just delays your Aghanoscepter, in my honest opinion, on a Tiny. So having the bracer just for survivability and just going straight up for the Ags, totally understandable. And then maybe later on, or you had an AC at the end, so maybe later on transition to something like a Mantis style. AC on Tiny is really nice because it does help you kill the towers that much faster, but I personally would prefer to see, like I said, a Mantis style before I see AC, because Mantis style allows you to chase people, at least the Yasha. At least build the Yasha for the Mantis style and then finish up your AC afterwards, because the move speed that you get from Yasha is really nice, especially when you compound it on top of your ulti. So that's pretty much all I'll say about Tiny. Like I said, you play pretty much solidly. You just stay back and farmed up stuff. Gyrocopter, on the other hand, you were being really aggressive, a little bit more aggressive than I probably would recommend, but then again, your top lane was going so well, you had a lot of fun. I mean, it's really hard for me to justify a lot of things in this specific game, but I will tell you guys this on the side of Bloody Valentine, is that if you guys do face against a team that's competently organized, you guys will get smashed in the ground. No offense at all to you guys, but you guys will get smashed in the ground. There were way too many mistakes that were made, as far as positional wise, or as far as hey, let's wrap around this way and you wrap around this way and we go for a kill. It seemed like you guys were feeling bad for the enemy team. You just died a few times just so they can have some pride while they walked away, as opposed to just killing them a few times in the end of the game. Like, this game, honestly, I think this game went on 15 minutes longer than it should have when because you guys died too many times. That's just my personal opinion as a not only as a caster but also as a viewer of Dota and a person who enjoys watching Dota. There were a lot of mistakes made, and there was a lot of blatantly obvious mistakes, specifically in the direction of Batrider. But that all can be solved with just maybe a few more talks with the team, a few more coordinated ganks, a few more hey nobody's there, please back away, or a little bit more communication between you guys. That all can be solved in the background. I'm not saying it's unsolvable. I'm just saying there was a lot of mistakes made that should not have been made, especially versus a team that wasn't really pressuring you guys at all. I mean, like to be brutally honest about it, it's like you guys were playing against medium bots and you still died that much. I mean, there's no other way I can put it. So anyway, enough of me ragging on Team Nash. Team Nash, at least they played the game. At least they stayed and played. Of course, everybody except for Dr.Tangalanga on the Lich. He just gave up and left. Rage quit. But at least everybody still played and, kept trying. And there was a slight moment where they could have possibly came back and killed a tower, but that pretty much got smashed in the face once. Everybody just bought back and TP'd it anyway. So, I'm going to go ahead and end the cast there. Oh, wait, I didn't talk about Gyrocopter. Actually, no, I did. I said you were being a little bit more aggressive for my than I would expect. What I've wanted you to be. Also, another thing. E-Blade on Gyrocopter, probably not the most efficient thing to go for. Satanic is one of the standard items for Gyrocopter. Of course, you weren't really specifically forced to go for it in this matchup. And going for the E-Blade, I guess you were just saying, hey, I'm just troll. And, E-Blade somebody, Lina ulti, and then it's like free kills every time. Sure. But another item that I will suggest would be maybe a Satanic. That would be a nice item to have. Mantis style on Gyrocopter is decent. Not the best item in the world, but decent. Or sorry, not the best item relative to a butterfly, of course. But it does give you some nice damage. Also gives you illusions, and it gives you the movement speed, which is always cool to have. And of course, Daedalus. I mean, yeah, just damage items. Daedalus, Desolator, MKB. Really nice items to go for, as opposed to just going for the E-Blade, which is a very expensive item that doesn't really do much for you specifically. So, I'll end the cast there. Like I said, my name is Cul Blu. I just watched you guys random podcast number 66, which wasn't technically a random podcast. I did know the team on the side of the dire. I did know it was going to happen. And, well, just took it from there. So, hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I'll see you guys whenever.